finally made it to WrestleMania week. It is this weekend, this Easter weekend. WrestleMania will be here. It starts off Friday with the WWE Hall of Fame, obviously. It starts with Triple H getting inducted in the Hall of Fame along with Michelle McCool, Lex Luger, the Natural Disasters. The list goes on and on, but man, congrats to all of them for making the WWE Hall of Fame. Especially Triple H. That's the man that really deserves to be in this Hall of Fame. So congratulations to Triple H. Last week, we basically just talked about, my Sabres Maple Leafs game that I went to last night, All I could say is things ended pretty good, actually. Despite the score, I think things were peaceful, actually, and at the KeyBank Center, which I'm happy about. It's a step in the right direction for sure. But it didn't feel like a home game last night, let's be honest. Sabres fans were outnumbered. 90% of their KeyBank Center was Toronto fans. Give a lot of props to them. They traveled well. I'm disappointed in my own Sabres fans, You got to show up. You're in Buffalo, New York, You're in Buffalo, New York. You got to support your team to the good and the bad. That's what I do. And Toronto earned my respect last night, for sure. The Leafs did. Just seeing in person, this is a lot dangerous Toronto team going into the playoffs, in my opinion. I'll tell you that right now. Obviously, it still starts with Austin Matthews, like Mitch Marner, Nylander, Morgan Riley. The list goes on and on and on, And some I haven't seen in a while, but, that's good. John Tavares is still there, too. But I think the thing that really surprised me is their goaltending. That's the one that really impressed me the most was Toronto's goaltending, the game I was at last night. Toronto impressed me with their goaltending. Give a lot of props to Anthony Stoltz. I'm telling you, I think Toronto should start him in the playoffs. Especially because Instagram saw it in person. Seriously, that was probably one of the best goaltending performances I've seen in a long time. Thing is, the Sabres goaltender kept Buffalo in it for the first 2 periods. 40 minutes in, it was 1-0 Toronto at the end of 2 periods. I was like, okay, Sabres might have a chance. But third period, Sabres ran out of gas. Leafs took advantage. Marner scored his 100th point of the season. And he scored a goal. And then Matthews scored his 400th career NHL goal. So we got still history there. And to wrap it up, Leafs got another goal, make it 4th. And so, yeah, tough night for the Sabres. Tough night for me, but congrats to the Leafs, Bad. I'm just disappointed as a Sabres fan, the way the season's been. I had a lot of fun, though, about going to the games, but just disappointed, Like, the season we had, and just disappointed my own fans. Thing is, one of our fans threw a beer can. That's disrespectful, so that's when I got mad the most. One of our fans, yeah, seriously. Oh, really? That's awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, so that wraps up the Sabres talk, Now let's move on to the biggest topic. WrestleMania 41. We made it, folks. We made it to WrestleMania, man. We made it. So let's start with WrestleMania Night 1, the first match of the night. For Saturday, for WrestleMania Saturday. How you doing? Go. But let's start off with the first match of the night. It'll be the World Tag Team Championship match. The New Day taking on the current champion, the War Raiders, I got to go with the New Day. They're going to be the new tag team champions. I got to start with the New Day in this one. They'll win it. Seriously, you can't count the New Day. They've had so much experience, tag team experience, like so many tag team championship wins. They're going to win another one come WrestleMania. New Day will get respect again. Seriously. So give me the New Day to win this first match. Match number 2, it's a battle, of cruiserweight/luchadors. It is Rey Mysterio versus the newest wrestler, El Grande Americana, which I really think, to be honest, I think it's Chad Gable. I think it's Chad Gable who's the new luchador. I think so. Absolutely. I love that comment. I appreciate that. That means a lot. For sure. That really means a lot. But yeah, Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Who I like in this one? El Grande Americano, of course, but also because it's Chad Gable. It's just, seriously, I think they're going to give him finally Chad Gable the big push. I got to go with them to win that match. That's the second match of WrestleMania Night 1. Third match, this is a women's match. It is Jade Cargill, the biggest rising star in the women's division. Oh, thanks. But yeah, the women's division, that's gonna be a big. Jade Cargill is on the rise. That's one of your biggest stars for the women's division. Taking on Naomi, who's been in the WWE for a while. I guess we found out it was Naomi who attacked Jade Cargill. We finally figured out it was Naomi. but I still have my suspicion that it's Bianca Belair, but Naomi admitted that was her. So I'm telling you, Jade Cargill is going to win this one easy. It's going to be an easy match for Jade Cargill. I'm telling you, I think she needs to get in the women's title picture for sure. Thank you, Jacob Spears, for joining in too. I mean, good to have you back. Tough loss for our Sabres last night. That was my last game I attended this season, so tough loss for us. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I like Jade Cargill in this women's match. Next, the United States Championship match. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. This should be a good match. Ooh, John Cena or The Rock. Who do I like in that one? Oh man. Easily John Cena. I mean, I love The Rock. He's a movie star movie on, but Cena's been the biggest star in this company. 16 world championships. I like Cena for sure. But yeah, so the United States Championship match, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. This should be a good match. But I like Jacob Fatu. He deserves a championship. So I think it's going to be his first singles title. So he has just been on a tear in WWE since coming in last summer. So I like Jacob Fatu over LA Knight. And Jacob Fatu will be your new United States champion. Our fifth match for WrestleMania Saturday, it is Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair earned her way to by winning the Women's Royal Rumble match. Ooh. That is a good question, Mr. Freeble. That is a good question, Ryan. MJ, oh man, that's a good one. Ric Flair, does he do it? I think he does. I think he does congratulate Ric Flair, Cena. I mean, it sounds crazy, but still, I still think at the same time he could still interfere. So it's a tricky one, but I think it's a 50-50 one. Either one could happen for sure, easily. Ric Flair could do either one of them. I could see either one of them happening, honestly, in my point. I like that comment, Jacob here. I like that one. I respect Aaron Judge for that. For sure. But yeah, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte earned her way by winning the Women's Royal Rumble back in February. A shocking return. What a story it's been for her. This has been very personal. I mean, Tiffany Stratton brought up Charlotte Flair's divorce. I mean, come on. You can't do that to Charlotte Flair. I mean, she's a daughter of the greatest wrestler of all time in Ric Flair. She's Ric Flair's daughter. You can't disrespect her like that. But some reason, I have a feeling that Tiffany Stratton wins this match. I don't know why. I just have a suspicion in that one. Although I could see Charlotte Flair winning more titles than her dad. But I think Tiffany Stratton wins this match. I think she has a WrestleMania moment. The sixth match. The World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther defends his title against main event Jey Uso. This should be a good one. This should be a great match. I mean, Jey Uso finally gets his WrestleMania moment. He gets a world title match at WrestleMania. He earned it by eliminating John Cena at the Royal Rumble back in February. He earned his right to be here at WrestleMania. Jey Uso earned it. And Gunther, God, he's a good champion, but at the same time, he is the most boring wrestler ever. Uso, that's right, Cuber. I'm going main event Jey Uso. Yeet! Gotta go main event Jey Uso. He finally gets his world title that he'd been long awaited. He's been in WWE since 2010. This man is world champion come Saturday night. And the main event of night one of WrestleMania. It's probably the best match of WrestleMania this weekend for sure. The triple threat match. Very personal. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman's in the picture too. Because Paul Heyman finally owed CM Punk that favor. And that is being in CM Punk's corner for WrestleMania. So the wise man turned down Roman Reigns. So he is joining forces with CM Punk again, just like the old days a decade ago. And Seth Rollins with both Punk and Reigns. This has been perfect. Some think Rollins is gonna end up walking away with Paul Heyman winning the match, but I don't see it. I think CM Punk, his first main event, is gonna win. Now to Easter Sunday, WrestleMania Night 2, the final night of WrestleMania. First match is the women's tag team title matches. It is Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the current champs, taking on Bayley and Lyria Valkyria. I'm going to go with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. They'll still be the women's tag team champs. I don't know why. I think they've been a great team. I think so. Especially because Liv Morgan's got Dirty Dom as their boyfriend. So I like that one. Second match of WrestleMania Sunday. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. The social media influencer who's honestly been a really great in-ring performer in WWE for sure. Logan Paul, goodness. He's backed it up, put on some great performances. But AJ Styles put on some great performances too. This could be a match that could steal the show. I think so. They're both their talent, you know. AJ Styles, his last. He faced the Undertaker. He wrestled Undertaker in Undertaker's final match, and he put up a good match too. Even though my favorite wrestler Undertaker won that match, but still, AJ Styles is still a great performer too. I'm gonna go with AJ Styles. I'm going with the phenomenal one in that one. I'm gonna go with AJ Styles in that one for sure. This next match, you're gonna be surprised who I pick in this one. It is a Fatal 4-Way match for the Intercontinental Championship. You got the current champion Braun Breaker taking on the up-and-coming Penta and Finn Balor, and of course Dirty Dom. Ooh, that's a good question, Mr. Ryan. Who wins a steel cage? Virginia Tech State. Oh my God, this tricky one. This is a tricky one for sure. But I'm gonna have to go with the Buffalo Bills in this one. It sounds crazy because I'm a big Virginia Tech fan, but I'm going with the Bills. That'll win that steel cage. Because you know why? Josh Allen, man. That's the reason why I would win a steel cage match between all my favorite football sports teams is easily because Josh Allen. For sure. Bills would win that steel cage match for sure, Ryan. For sure. Because Josh Allen's MVP as well. But, this is a huge upset pick. I think Dirty Dom's get his first WrestleMania win. Penta is on the rise. I think Penta could possibly win it too. Any of these guys, but I like Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom's gonna steal this one because he's Dirty Dom. You know, he's gonna finally get his WrestleMania moment. Give me Dirty Dom as your new Intercontinental versus Damian Priest. This has been personal because Drew McIntyre's been blaming Damian Priest for his failures, which really he should be blaming CM Punk because it really started when Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank contract at WrestleMania last year. You know, McIntyre won the title over rounds. Held it for 5 minutes. The thing is, McIntyre got too cocky, taunted Punk, and Punk beat him up. Wasn't going to take it. And then Damian Priest took advantage and won the championship. So he's blaming for that. And McIntyre to rematch. Lost that because CM Punk was the referee. And he blamed Damian Priest for that. I think he blamed him in the Royal Rumble as well. He blamed Damian Priest for so many of his failures. Which really, it was CM Punk that was in Drew McIntyre's way. But still, I think this is built up for Drew McIntyre to win this match. I think Drew McIntyre wins this match. So give me Drew McIntyre to win the Sin City Street fight. Because WrestleMania is in Las Vegas this year. That's going to be the perfect city because Easter Sunday, it's also on 420. So there'll be a lot of stoners watching WrestleMania, you know, on Easter Sunday. So good way to spend it, you know. It's gonna. That's why I think it's funny because Snoop Dogg, I could see being in attendance for that one, for that match, for that pay-per-view at all. The women's world title match. Absolutely. I agree. Actually, I agree. I feel I should be with Dirty Dom for that. The fifth match, the women's world title. It's a triple threat match. It is Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. This match build up started with the Rumble when Bianca, you know, it kind of started there, you know. We actually started with Elimination Chamber pretty much, you know, when Bianca Belair won her spot at the Elimination Chamber match. Rhea Ripley's been champion for a while. Then Bianca Belair stuck her nose in her match with Io Sky in Buffalo on Monday Night Raw. And that's how Rhea Ripley lost her title. That's why Io Sky is the champ right now. You know? So, pretty much, I gotta go with Rhea Ripley in this one. Because Bianca Belair's cost her so many times. Like, she tried to keep Rhea Ripley out of the triple threat match. So if I were Io Sky and Bianca Belair, I would respect your mommy. Rhea Ripley is your new women's world title come WrestleMania Sunday on Easter. And the final match of WrestleMania, the big one, the WWE Undisputed Championship match, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. This is John Cena's last WrestleMania match, actually, because he'll be retiring in December. But this is his last WrestleMania. This is Cena's last one. And Cena, for the first time, is a villain in this one. Cena earned his way by winning the Elimination Chamber match. But turns out he sold his soul to the final boss, The Rock, and turned on the WWE fans. But I'm still with Cena in this one. Cody Rhodes finished the story. Don't get me wrong. He's been a great champion, but Cena's going to break the record. Give me John Cena. Plus, besides, because he's with the final boss. And his name is John Cena. That is correct. Cena's going to win. He's going to break Flair's record. And boy, he is going to stick it to the fans that he used to be you know, interact with. Now he's a villain. I like this John Cena. I like this version of John Cena. I really like the bad guy version of Cena. Seriously, his heel turn, one of the best heel turns in WWE history, in my opinion. So I love the way I've seen Cena done. So Cena is going to win the World Championship. I guarantee it. Well, thank you all for tuning in tonight. You know, I hope you enjoy your Easter, enjoy time with your family, but also enjoy WrestleMania. I will see you all next week for the NFL Draft Preview. Enjoy. We will talk about the post-WrestleMania next week. Let's go Cena and let's go CM Punk and Dirty Dom.